Good morning, everybody. Auronnj here with another War of the Visions video, and we got Black Rose of the Battlefield, Helena, dropping today. And so I was like, Dark is getting 3 EX units today. It's been a long time since I talked about the elements in general, and it's kind of a fun thing to talk about in my opinion. So I'm going to do a War of the Visions element tier list update, I guess you could say. We're going to talk about the elements, which one's strong, which one's not strong. We're going to do that right now. Alright, so you see the list on the screen, S to D. There are definitely some S tier elements. There is definitely some D tier elements. Most of them will fall somewhere like in between there, which is probably how the game should be, right? And this list will change all the time, but this is as of today, as of the new Dark units launching. Let's get started. Let me pull up my notes. Okay, we're going to start with Fire. Now, we're going to talk about units, cards, and espers, and kind of mix all that together. In my opinion, Fire falls solidly into the A tier. Now, before, like if I'd have gone back a month ago, Fire's like down here, or it's down here. It's like bottom feeding, right? But right now, Fire solidly in A tier because King Mott and Reigns EX put a massive band-aid on the unit problem. Then if you're talking about vision cards, my god, did Fire just get some good vision cards. Phoenix just dropped. King Mott's vision card. King Mott plus Reigns vision card just dropped. We're getting Death Machine rerun very soon, and Death Machine is a fantastic vision card / Esper combination. As far as Espers go, Phoenix is really good. Again, Death Machine's really good, and Ifrit, pretty dang good for Fire attackers. Where Fire is lacking, what keeps it from S tier, is it doesn't have much support, and it doesn't have EX DPS units yet. Now everybody's like, oh, but King Mott will solo your team. Yeah, that's true, he will. So he's the best DPS unit in Fire right now, which is maybe an issue. I don't know, balance, whatever. Okay, so that is Fire. Next up, we've got Lightning on the list. Now, Lightning is in a really weird place. When this game in its early days, if we were doing this list from 12 months ago, 11 months ago, Lightning's right here. Lightning's heyday was Orlando and Frederica were newer units, and you had them on your team and you destroyed everybody, or you didn't. Unfortunately for Lightning, it's not its heyday anymore. Lightning is going to get a massive boost when Final Fantasy VII drops, when Charlotte comes around, but neither of those two things has happened. If you're looking at EX units for Lightning, you have 9S, who is limited, and you have Frederica. Now, Frederica is dang good, okay? She's really dang good. For vision cards in Lightning, what do you have? You have a ton of good vision cards, but no units to, take advantage of the vision card element buff. So, Frederica's Dream, that one is so good for Frederica, it might just elevate Lightning into B tier, right? Just that combo. But once Lightning gets its new units, once Skull gets EX, once Nivlu gets EX, Lightning will start climbing the ranks in a big way. Now, what does Lightning not have? Tanks? It has Ravis, who is a pretty good tank, but she's an MR that's not going to put you into A or S tier in my opinion. And kind of nothing else. So Lightning, balanced maybe? It's hanging out in B tier for me, but Lightning stock values are trending upward. I would invest in Lightning right now for 2 months from now. Okay, that's Lightning. Alright, now next up is my personal favorite element in this game, Earth. And I'm going to throw Earth into, I'll put it high B tier, just above Lightning. Not because it counters Lightning, but because Earth is actually in a pretty good place right now. I just don't know that Earth is trending in a good direction. So, okay, Earth element units. You're looking at EX units like Luelle and Eileen. You have potential later with Killfei Kitone, Zombie Ryryu, Winter Venera. Regular Prince Mott is down there, and the MRs. Earth's units are actually in a pretty good spot, and there's potential for Earth units coming up. Vision cards for Earth, again, very good. Echoing Screams is a good card. Titan, amazing. If you're going anti-lightning, Golem is actually secretly really strong. Dreams of Heroism, the newest card that we just got last week, is very good for making your Earth units a little beefier. I like Earth's vision cards. Where Earth really falls flat is in Espers. Like right now, Earth has Golem, Titan, Ochu, and Cactuar. Cactuar's an SR, Ochu's an MR, which means it has Golem and Titan for UR Espers. And I'd like to see a little more there from Earth. So Earth in a good place, but not trending up as much as Lightning is. Earth needs some love, or it's going to drop, you know, down towards that C tier bottom of B. But that's a good place for it for now. Okay, next up, we've got water. Now, water is a very interesting element, right? I would put water right now bottom of A tier. So let me tell you why water's there. Great units. Water is stacked in units that are just waiting on EX jobs, right? You have Titus. Titus by himself is such a monster that, like, he's kind of carrying the water unit. Once units like Glaciella, Ildira, Miranda start getting EX jobs, oh man, water's going to be a powerhouse. Vision cards, water also not in a terrible place. Like Clairvoyant Astrologer, a very good vision card. Siren is kind of your generic water buff, but it's a magic based card. Titus has very good cards. We have the Thanks for the Votes card. Ildira has a vision card for her. So water's vision cards will scale well into the future as water gets some better units. As far as Espers go for water, they only got 3. There's only 3 water Espers in this game. Leviathan, Siren, and Mind Flayer. Luckily, Leviathan and Siren are both pretty good. Mind Flayer, I mean, if you use it, you use it. But yeah, I do like water. I feel like it's very strong. So I'm going to put it just above Earth into the bottom of A. Okay, next up, we've got wind. Now, speaking of elements that need some love, wind is one of those elements. I'm going to put wind top of C, and then I'm going to try and talk myself into moving it up. So here's why. Units. 2B's a monster. By herself, 2B, like, can carry the wind element. Ayaka just got her EX. That's good. Ayaka's EX is great. Howlett's a good unit, but he's stuck at 99. Halloween Little Leela is like the old version of Yuna. And then you have like Lucia, Oldoa, Yerma. Lots of underwhelming UR units for wind, which is going to hurt its scaling as those units catch EXs. In fact, Oldoa and Yerma have EX jobs. Just nobody uses them. Okay, vision cards for wind. What are you talking about here? You're looking at like Exorcist is very good, but like you don't really run it in a wind team. You run it as like a piercing card. But new test subjects is good if you lose Lucia. 2B's card's really good, but the rest of Earth's or Wind's vision card lineup, I just don't love. Now, if you use Halloween Little Leela or you use Howlett, Typhoon is a phenomenal like vision card Esper combination. So it does have that. Is that enough for me to talk it into B tier? Maybe not yet. Let's talk about Espers, because it does have a nice variety of Espers. First of all, Tetrasylphid, amazing. It's like our best, it's our only really evasion Esper in the game. Really good. Typhoon, great for casters. And then you have Chocobo, Marlboro, and Zoo. Those were hard to say consecutively. Not great. 2B so good, I'll put it in B tier. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Man, there's going to be like nothing in C and D, actually. Yeah, I guess everything's doing okay. Okay, well, let's go to the next one. We got Ice, because you know none of these last 3 are going into C or D. Ice is in a very, very good spot. I'm going to put Ice above Water and just below Fire into the A tier. Now, here's why. Auronnj, Gilgamesh, amazing EX units. A lot of people have them. Fryevi is a really good tank. Agrius is a really good tank. You have Laswell. You have Medina for like your PvE clearing. Some people have Rosa. Victoria will get... I mean, I'm looking forward to Victoria's EX. Her stock will rise. You have really good MR tank and Nasha. Like, units for Ice are pretty stacked. And Ice has those like element-specific equipments, right? Like the Ice Lance or the Ice Sword. Whatever. It's not called Ice Sword, but Ice has 2 swords, actually. And it has a great sword for Auronnj, great units and gear. Now, as far as vision cards for Ice, I remember thinking that this was like one of their strengths, and I think it still kind of is. Mostly because of Fenrir. Fenrir is such an amazing vision card to run with your Ice units. You get magic resist, you get attack up for all of your Ice units, plus Odin works into this, Mask of Deceit works into this. Like, The UR vision cards in Ice are very nice. So I'm happy with where that is. Now for Espers for Ice, you have Fenrir Shiva, Glacial Bird, the Winter Moogle, and Floatai. So let's disregard Winter Moogle and Floatai because I don't know a bunch about them. Glacial's good for just like raw ice attack up. Shiva, a very, very good, even at level 85, magic Esper. And then Fenrir, also very, very good Esper. Although this is probably their weakest thing because they're missing those 99, like the level 99 ones. I think Ice is in a really good spot. So I'm going to put it middle of A tier. Now, we get to the big hitters in Global. And that is Light and Dark. Previously, I'd have said these are by far and away your strongest two elements. And I think they still are. Maybe. Now, Light, let's think about what EX units Light has right now. Rob. Okay, good. Warrior of Light is getting his EX, but that's like weeks from now. So, I can't put him in there yet. Yuna. Oh, wait, it's Yuna. Hold on. I just said Yuna's name, right? S tier. Hey, that was hard to do. Yuna by herself is such a good unit. And then you mix in Rob, Elsorel, Sakura, Elshra, Grace as MR units. You guys, Light is stacked as far as units go. And Yuna is still, like, I know Black Rose Helena's coming out today. She just came out. But Yuna, if Helena's number 1, Yuna's number 2, and Yuna's useful in more team comps. So, boom, there's Light's units. Now, Light's vision cards, pretty dang good, right? Bahamut exists, dang good. Solidus is used in like 90% of PvE comps or something stupid. If you actually are lucky enough to have caught any of their limited vision cards, like Scions of Bulov or Scions of Shadow, very good. Trousseau, amazing magic attack card. Yeah, Light's in a pretty good spot. As far as Espers for Light, pretty weak. They have Two-Headed Dragon, Iron Giant, and Red Chocobo. 2 of those are MRs. Two-Headed Dragon's really good for accuracy, but that's really kind of it. So, don't love that, but it's still easily an S tier element just because of the units and vision cards are so dang good. Now, last but definitely not least is Dark. You guys, Dark, Mama Helena drops today. Got EX Jiza, who's really good. You have EX Stern, who's pretty good. Garvel is a beast. Dwayne is a monster. Whisper's going to get her EX. Kane, Ruin Stern. Yeah. Dark has retaken the title, in my opinion, of strongest element in this game. Their units are insane. Now, vision cards for Dark, like, a lot of these units have very specific vision cards for them, right? Kane has Demon Wall. Mama Leonis has Black Rose of the Battlefield vision card, which will be very, very good for her. A lot of people will use. Dwayne has Irresistible Darkness. Let's not forget about Omega, Diablos. Fleeting Blossom Banquet is actually a pretty decent card. Like, Dark is stacked as far as vision cards go. And then Espers. Dark Espers are pretty dang good too. Demon Wall, good. Diablos, really dang good for boosting your, like, damage. Omega, check. That Esper's amazing. And then Behemoth is a fantastic MR vision card. Bloody Moon's also not bad. Dark is absolutely the king of elements right now. Now that we've seen, like, how strong Dark and Light are the rest of these, like, is Water justified being one tier below Dark? I kind of don't think so. So what I'm going to do is redo this a little bit. I'm going to say that Fire by itself belongs in A tier, right? And I think you could even say, like, if Yuna wasn't so good, I'd maybe bump Light to here. But I think she's good enough that Light will stay very, very strong. So I'll put Light bottom of S. Now for B tier, I think Ice and Water are stronger than the rest of these. Luel is really good though. Earth's vision cards are pretty good. Maybe I'll move Lightning and Wind down and run a tier list that's something like this, because I don't think Wind and Lightning are really even close to Dark. Frederica's EX has gone a long way to boosting Lightning though. So maybe we just let's do this. Let's put Wind in a sad place by itself on the bottom. 2B doing her best to carry an element, but she's kind of carrying it by herself. So, hey, way to not be D tier. Yeah, alright. That's the list. We'll stick with that. Let me know what you think. This is just a fun video, honestly. This means nothing. It's just for fun. So if you have some ideas, if you disagree with anything on this list, please leave a comment and let me know. As far as like a life update goes, we are going to the hospital this afternoon to either be induced or put, we're going to have the induction, it looks like. Did I use that word right? I don't know if I did. But the baby's coming later tonight or tomorrow morning for sure now. We think. So thank you guys for following my life story. I hope you enjoyed this tier list video. It's just fun, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.